Let's rewind this back. So it's the middle of the pandemic. I'm 27 years old, and I had just started my sourcing and distribution company. I had just barely scaled my division at MadeInChina.com from $0 to $10 million. And now I just wanted to try it for myself. Literally right when we started the business, the pandemic happened. And we were like, shit, well, this changes things. So then we did what a lot of people in the import-export business did at that time, which is switching to distributing PPE. We found success right off the bat and were able to secure a $300,000 PO. We were pumped. I already had the supply chain contracts lined up to secure the goods, get them imported, and fulfill the PO. So we did what I had done dozens and dozens of times before, which is we put down a 30% deposit to the supplier who I knew and had done business with before, and crickets. So what happened? We had just put down $90,000 on the deposit for nitrile gloves production in Vietnam at the beginning of the pandemic. If you were close to the supply chain at that time, specifically ASTM certified nitrile gloves, then you know the market went insane for those things. There was a time where ASTM certified nitrile gloves and NIOSH certified N95s were like gold, and it created this insane scarcity, and a lot of people got money stolen from them during that time. So I'm sitting here, 2 kids, a mortgage, responsibilities, and now I'm immediately in the hole $90,000 at the start of my new business. I'm just like, if you got money stolen from you during this frenzy, I saw companies do one of 2 things. Number 1, they just lay down and quit, declared bankruptcy, and never fulfilled the POs. Or number 2, they got deeper in debt and deeper in the frenzy, and it destroyed their lives and their business for 2 years, never really delivering on any of the POs. So we didn't end up doing either of these things. Instead, we were able to pay back the $90,000, scale to $3 million in 6 months, and deliver every single one of our POs, all by pivoting our business model and changing the way we sold. At the time, people were trying to sell massive hospitals on direct access to production lines in China, Vietnam, Malaysia, etc. So effectively, there was this massive increase in demand overnight to all these nitrile glove factories in the world. And most of the factories would just keep accepting the new deposits coming in, and they would just keep reprioritize the people who paid at a higher price. So what happened at the bottom of the supply chain was hospitals who were choosing the lowest bids from the middlemen, claiming to have direct access to factories' production lines, would just be wondering why the goods kept being delayed over and over and over again. If you put down a deposit to a factory, you would just keep hearing the same message of, oh, the goods are finished, or they're at my freight forwarder's warehouse, or sometimes you'd even get videos claiming to be your goods, like they're ready, they're right here. And every time you were just bamboozled, and they would just sell them underneath you at a higher price point. So instead of giving up or getting caught up in the frenzy, we switched our model to US-based purchasing only, and we would only pitch gloves to hospitals if we could touch it, feel it, and actually guarantee the authenticity of the goods. Now, gloves in the US at that time were double the price of gloves that were coming straight off the production line in these factories. We had quick, concise outbound tech, good educational outbound scripts, and when we got people on the phone, we were very empathetic to their plight, but firm on why we thought our path to acquire PPE was the best and most effective. We were able to sell US inventory at a slight markup and guarantee authenticity and delivery. We sold into billion-dollar hospitals and fulfilled over $3 million of POs within 6 months. So here are 2 lessons that I learned during this time. Number 1, don't act out of anxiety. The anxiety will come, feel it, process it, but take a step back and come up with a solution from clarity. I saw so many people get caught up in this frenzy. I'm gonna sue this company in Vietnam. I'm gonna get my friend to go over there. I'm gonna get the mafia to do this or that. I'm just like, I can't control any of this, so I'm not gonna try to. The second lesson that I learned was very simple. Just be honest. Speak from your experience. We didn't stay in the lying frenzy that was selling access to production that would never happen and that we just couldn't guarantee. We just told people exactly what we were experiencing, we weren't price gouging, and we could guarantee everything that we were selling. So not only were we more than our competitors, but we also got better payment terms in the end. Honesty pays. At the end of the day, we ended up paying back the full $90,000, delivered real gloves to hospitals in need, and were able to navigate a crazy time. Thanks, guys. Peace.